There we go. Hey YouTube, how's it going? Playing more Danganronpa, Trigger, Happy, Havoc today. Um, and yeah, as I said, we had the week of playing F1. I eventually decided I don't like the game all that much. They kind of ruined it this year. So thanks EA, thanks Codemasters, you fucked it up colossally. But yeah, we got more Danganronpa today. I believe we're on chapter 6. I believe they mentioned it being one more trial to basically decide all our freedoms, and the only way to win is to discover all the secrets in the school. So that should be fun. And yeah, let's get on with it. Also, I said the best game's coming to Game Pass soon. It is. The 14th of July, My Friend Peppa Pig's coming to Game Pass. And you bet we're going to stream that. We're gonna absolutely stream that Peppa Pig game, chat. We're doing it. We're absolutely doing it. There's also like a Paw Patrol game coming to Game Pass as well. We should stream that too. Game Pass getting all the winners. They're getting all the W's. Like My Friend Peppa Pig, Paw Patrol the movie, the video game. The best thing. Oh yeah, I need to be looking for the coins again, don't I? Although usually the coins end up in like the new area, so the mono coins. Look, I already streamed the MLP game. We've already been down that rabbit hole. We can play Peppa Pig. But considering that Peppa Pig game is coming to Game Pass, that MLP game will absolutely end up on Game Pass in the future. It absolutely will. It's just a matter of when, not if. Peppa Pig and MLP on the same level? Well, they are, considering they're, published by the same publisher. It's Outright Games. Ha! PP, I agree. PP is funny. Actually, you know what? I won't bother with the coins. I'll get them all later. The first thing I've got to do is go this way. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. I mean, you don't have to, but what? That looks. They need some people. They need some people to work on this building. It's unsafe, it's not up to code. Gosh darn it. This is the second floor of the dorms. It looks like some ancient ruins. Well, no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Map. Go. What are you talking about? It's fine. I'm not sure about that. What is this room? What's in here? Jesus Christ. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Bed's completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. But I did find coins, so which is not garbage. Is there anything else in here? Nope. Looks like your room. You should probably get cleaning. You should probably clean it up then. What's this? Okay. Oh, what the... It's a locker room. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Host Peak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh, good lord. There's a lot of things to investigate. There's a metal plate bound to the locker. Everyone knows what's inside, but there's no way. They could, keep on punching it. I mean, your knuckles will probably, become Swiss cheese by the end of it, but you might get some way in. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not going to bother trying. I wonder if I can open this locker. Ow, wow. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then... No luck! Maybe only the lockers only could open it, which means none of us can do it. I mean, you could try lock-picking it. Try again, apparently. Never mind. I think I have to do something first. Mount plate mount to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Oh, good lord! There's so many things. What if I can open this? Alright. Car reader. Yeah, I get it. Let me guess. Yeah, that doesn't work either. I'm gonna guess none of these work. Let's look at it. Boozed. Denied. It's the same thing every single time. I'm not gonna read the same thing over and over again, chat. Believe it or not. I don't think this locker's gonna open. Well, you could try. You try your best, but you don't succeed. You get what you want, not what you need. Boozed. I probably should have read that. There's a metal plate mounted locker, there's no way to get it open. Yeah, that sounds about right. I imagine any way to get this locker open, I'm not going to bother trying. Jesus Christ, you have such a give-up attitude, Makoto. Well, there's one other room to try, so I might as well do it. Someone like my tweet. Oh, what we got? Wow, this room looks spotless compared to the other ones. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. Whoa, hello. Has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Headmaster's private. Where did you come from? Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. I'll try to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Wonder what that is. I like Kyoko too. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. But what's it running? If this was, what, 2000... When did this game come out? Is it XP or Vista? Or Windows 7 for that matter? Or even Windows 8? Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. PC still has some search results left on it. And we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair.
However...
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. Edgeo Phoenix, right. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The Ultimate Despair. That's a door. Let's have a look at everything else first, though. A leather chair! I didn't click on the chair, but sure. I can't imagine a student used something like this. It must have been headmasters. Are we looking at the desk next? The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Coins. Alright, check the door. Ah, there's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
It's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yes. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and door should open right up.
However...
I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. What about symbols? You don't know. If you have a really secure password, you need to have capital letters, lowercase letters, and we need numbers and at least one symbol. Chat, what do you think the password might be? Is it Blaze It 42069 with an exclamation mark at the end? Nah, that's probably not it. Come on, check. I forgot to do something before the stream started. That's Chihiro's program or something. But Chihiro's program is dead. It died trying to. It died saving us. All we know that it's probably made up. Yeah, very simple. You're right. That's not really enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all this paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about it than I have any desire to. But nothing that might have been this password.
Whew.
I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. There's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. Wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. Sure she hasn't tried it? I mean, it's totally understandable. But the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password? Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. And do you mind if I try it just to be sure?
Well?
Oh, you need my permission. Want to try it? Try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. What's the bet that is the password? You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, it might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay? In that case, it goes nothing. Glad to myself to turn to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed in the full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. Beep. Crun! It was... What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Follow her in! Well, she does something bad. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. The gift! A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. What we got in here? Let's look at the picture first. You know, just in case there's someone else in the room. What is in the box? I better check out the suspicious present before I do anything. I guess I'll check the present then. There's a brightly coloured box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Can we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay!
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. It's a Jack in the box! It's me! It's me in the box! What's a good name for a lowland Vulpix? Come back to me on that one. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
It's bomb, lol. Don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that will make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. It's a head. Decapitated head. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Well, it's not that far off. I wasn't that far off, Jack. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It's Sans! Sans is in the box! I can't believe they fucking killed Sans. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Well, I kind of. I nearly got it.
I see.
Hundreds of Vulpix. Just as I thought. What? What? Hold on, I'm going to investigate everything first. Coco said just thought I'd find out what she meant by that. Yeah, I have to talk to you? Okay. Just as you thought. How could he known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that, like, I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. But that's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
We found the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Oh. Well, that got very grim. I mean, it was already grim before. And, you know, this whole game is pretty grim. But, you know, they managed to outgrim themselves. Good job. Even the Grim Reaper himself would probably say, what the fuck? Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out, and according to the files, is the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. A very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. Kyoko explained her analysis. She was completely calm. Well, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility, but I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father, so she cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? Snake Eater. I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Did you really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Alright. Now what happens? Ah, this picture. It's all faded. Must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Oh, even she seems surprised.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... Now I find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? And I was right. There's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. And she still had the same hair color. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why, what? I want to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Now I've got to check this. Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. In the last drawer... What is this? Oh, it's an e-handbook, right? It has a label on it that says in case of emergency. I think that's what we need for the lockers. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
Handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
Might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it okay? Hey. Listen, Makoto. Huh. Can I ask you a favor? Favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it only inconveniences you that much more, but...
Hey.
You leave. Can you just fuck off? Just get out of my sight? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me about before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were gonna say? If so, it's just a theory. A game theory! And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later! Guess we're buggering off. Alright, back to the locker room, I guess, chat. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Oh. Find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father, and then stuffed him into a box. Not even a coffin, it's just a box. Just like a cardboard box and wrapped like a present. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. One leading the Hotz Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hotz Peak headmaster. That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out, and according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It's possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... yeah, we already read that. The 16 students. 15 of us met in the male hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Oh, let's see all these again, chat. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. The ones still left alive are... me. Yakura. Hiro. Toko. Hina. And Kyoko. Pharaoh's when he died, the best thing he ever did. I know those 6 people are still alive, and there's no question. Wait, no, there can't be! I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. One of us is the mastermind. One of us. There is an imposter among us. I'm sorry. The mastermind by logic. I don't know. I don't think the mastermind could fit any of us. That's the thing. I think there's a twist to it. I think it's one of the students, but I don't think it's the ones that are alive. That's my crazy theory. I wonder if I can open this locker. Buzzed. Wait, but what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Could even be. Beep. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. Ooh. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems every part of their life. There's a crystal ball in there. John Cena! Can't believe John Cena is the mastermind. That would explain it, we couldn't see him. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? It can't be. There's no way he ever used this. It's just not possible. That would be Hiro, right? Because he's the clairvoyant and shit. The rock. No, I didn't want to click the crystal ball. Sure. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. Wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? Just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Oh. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. What? This our Yasuhiro? Notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. I mean, it's any classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. What is this notebook? Ooh, things are getting interesting, chat. That one. Beep. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. I guess I'll try all the lock. What's in this one? This thing is practically empty. One thing. It was held back. That is true. He did get held back a bit. But at this place? I wonder if it's like all the stuff they like confiscated at the beginning. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I prefer the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I heard before. The plan to turn Hote's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give... Oh! Kyoko's. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, is not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have, a hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. That's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She says she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. And then you picked it up again. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Yeah. What does this all mean? Quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. There's a second despair. Despair walks among us. Dun 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 dun. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Okay. But the more I see, the less sense it makes, because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone. You gotta believe! Don't see anything that might be a clue. I'm gonna try the one, chat. No, I want you to try the one next to it. Yeah. It's High School Musical logic. We're all in this together. I kind of ran out of steam with that one. Okay, so the next thing it wants me to do is go to the data center. Garden. Oh, he isn't here. Get your head in the game. Yeah, I need to get my head in the game. Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing? You're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma door.
Yeah,
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
but
Well, I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks, so you open it! I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Ah, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to the back desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Oh, bye, Hina. Oh, hello. There's pause. There's pause on the screen. Porbs. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Interesting. What's a hatch? There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about the weird device. It's a computer, Makoto! What is this device? It's like some kind of control panel. Really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Do you think Monokuma's got RTX 3090 running in this? Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi would probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Could that mean?
okay.
Alright, let's just start poking it, whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just, or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. The Data Center. Right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. Better go check it out. Considering the era, Monokuma would probably have like a render farm of GTX Titans. He was already mining Bitcoin before Bitcoin was popular. That's what Monokuma's doing. This is the whole story. He's a bloody Bitcoin miner. God damn it. Stupid bear. That was terrible. No wonder he could afford all the food though. I probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. You're useless. I'm guessing Monokuma's in here because of the noise. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Yep. That Monokuma? Hey! Say. Give me all your donuts. Hey, you Hina?
What?
What? Aw man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Hey, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? Do you even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside controls Monokuma. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma? Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlled just now, it was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they're definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
even the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Yoko's theory is right. But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that'd have to be true. But that is true. Yes, I heard it. But the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Alright. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? Can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you wanna get going? Yeah. Right. Say the same thing. We'll leave the area. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door had just locked on its own. What? My hand shot to grab the doorknob. Right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey.
For your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up to stop moving. And that room.
Yep.
May I guess that's where my controls are?
Right
now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Rectamundo!
You're a liar.
That doesn't make any sense! We were just in there, we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as furrows you could have been? The hatch, yeah. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? I already checked the hatch. No way! The hatch on the floor? Oh, too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be open from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but...
So,
Is he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proved it for sure. And when I said we should leave... Well, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We had to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Ian took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Alright. Next room is the headmaster's room. Is this room? Peace and chicken grease. This is the headmaster's room. I heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Of course you're in here. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Apparently I have to talk to you. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry? There's roster, but whatever. It contains profiles for all of us and Makuro.
So in other
Apparently
words...
class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Makuro's profile and Kyoko's one...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words...
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she'll want to get out as fast as possible. What's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. First page? Correct, Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words...
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still don't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can you? Can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. Oh goodness. Spill some water down myself. Go me. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the ultimate despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she is dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. 9. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the ultimate despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? But why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Maybe it means the Mastermind's even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in 4, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in it? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. Yep. The girl seems to be included as part of our class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? Oh, I think? Are you asking me like if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the course and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. One last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice from me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words...
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? That's what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Cool. What we got in here? Oh boy. There's even a camera in here. Down here. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Honestly, same. Bookshelf seems really well made. It's filled with files and thick books. Dummy thick books. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Alright, desk. Class 78, student registry. Apparently, that is us. It has profiles of me and everyone I met at the beginning and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro is apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikusaba, part of the Ultimate Despair. Which means her and Mastermind should have been allies. But then, why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? Clearly not. Anyway. Go. Oh, I've got to go up to the 5th floor, chat. That's the wrong way. This way! Oh yeah, we haven't been in this room yet, have we? Raw! Gordon Ramsay's on the other side! Ooh. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold! It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? A lot of things in here to look at. The stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of these things lately. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. On the left side there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... nothing! There's some kind of weird machine... Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. Cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep the body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the likely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Turns out they're just keeping like yogurts and maybe pepperami in here. There's some kind of weird machine. Yep. Only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. The right hand lights are off. While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. There's a makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot. Looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. I'm assuming these are the dead students. They have to be the dead students. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is trying to keep their funyuns. I'll let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Alright. T-Sweet. Hey. Oh, Toko's this way you were.
What do you want?
I was just asking. Am I so disgusting? You want me out of your sight? No, that's not it. Oh, I just thought maybe you found a clue. I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. Figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. You have any idea what I'm going through right now? Same. When everyone finds out, they're going to call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's going to say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. Same. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm going to get going. That. Just don't sneeze. Hey man. Huh? Took one with a feather? No. It's gone. Mukura's body. Not here? It's gone. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body, but if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. You see that crowd of vile plumes? Yeah. Turns out whoever the headmaster is a frickin' Pokemon master. A tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. Killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means Killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. There's Biolab? Then this originally came from the Biolab. Maybe the whole world's just become Pokemon and that's why we're trapped in here. A pickaxe. On the handle it says Crazy Diamond. Same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. Pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Strange! I think that's all I can look at in here. That's all I really need to check here. Oh boy. 6 AM. Pokemon minus humans. Yeah, humans suck.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
ASA possible. That's the way I should say it. We God. Gotta make our way to the guy. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Guess we're heading to the Gaim. Oh, hey, man. Oh, hey, hero. Oh, Mako? Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. You've been hiding something this whole time? I can't wait to, Hey, for now, I get to... No, I just wanted to check everything. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's a coin. I guess not. We're heading into the Gaim. Hey, man.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? Hey, man. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it has my name on it. It must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. Oh boy. What I found was a single photograph. Look at this photograph! Oh. Huh. Featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. That is everyone. Also Mukuro as well. But not us. Is everyone who come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me? Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. I recognize her! Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mukuro Kasaba? And this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? Even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. Look at bloody Taka like saluting. He has like the most evil like grin. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. I mean, you're not there. And now I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. You're not in it. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. Well, someone had to take it. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. That's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until I got here. But if this picture is real, someone had to take the picture unless it was on a timer. And could that mean, could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you going to keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
Kind of getting in the way standing there, you know. I mean, get out! But I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Oh, bottom speak. Suddenly he became a bottom. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it! So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion, and with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? It looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? I mean, Photoshop is a wonderful tool. which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. Oh hell yeah, 1 bit! I should clear all this up. Thanks to the 1 bit, man. No, I have to clear all this up. 1 whole bit. 1 whole bit to give. I gotta go to the second. Oh, I'm going the wrong way for this. Oh, good, you again. Oh, I guess I do have to talk to everyone. When did I add the bunga? A couple of weeks ago. You would have heard it during the Jackbox. That's the bit sound. Bunga. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Got the stream muted? Oh. Hey, Byakuya, wait! Of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the? How was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. I've had bunga for a little while now. Oh. Wait. Oh, it's dormitory first floor. There we go. Finding everyone. This is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto! Sorry, gotta go. What? Ran so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. You know, why? Why wouldn't you talk to me? I think everyone else has been given something in regards to Makoto. Hey, Hero! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No! Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? Someone's name was talk to him about the notebook I found. Like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Clearly everyone else has been given something about, has to do. I'll go raw! I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Toko. Stop sleeping on the job, come on! Toko, you okay? No! She's not dead, is she? Of course. Oh, she saw blood. Okay. Wow! It's cold, it's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. Keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. Well, I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again. Bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Unbothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Well, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo, bazinga! Oh, God. Sheldon, is that you? We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. Don't say like it's a bad thing, it's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. It's like double the memory! No, it's more like half. You can't just download more RAM. All I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, I'll slit your throat. I don't know, I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it! I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I've got to hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely you must be right now. Same. Laughing. Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. There's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There'll be some reason for it. Probably that. Fridge is open! I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
Oh, she faints so easily. Coco!
Makoto.
Getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
Listen, about this room? Oh yeah, it's
It would
the
seem...
morgue. Yeah.
I knew
I
it.
suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. She fainted.
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason came clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. God, that perspective is terrible. I mean, it kind of is, actually. Why is everything going to be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Coco approached the fridge, hands outstretched. Suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body's inside the fridge?
I see.
It's like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in a class trial. Mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
Maybe right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Coco didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Jesus Christ. Just wait over there, that's it. Alright. On the left side refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. These ones aren't.
It would seem...
See, the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. When someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. Oh, and there's 9. 9 lights? But there should be 10 dead bodies. Ooh, chat. Nine. There's 9 lights, but there should be 10 bodies. Ooh. I'm interested now, chat. Who should the 10th be? Guess who faked their death? Well, it could be anyone. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Ah, it's the same as the one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Monkey ate the butter. The Mondo butter, no! I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in there too. Let me interrupt your investigation, but I want to talk to you about something. What is it? About that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Oh, why not?
Because...
The only reason to give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I could solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing there here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind foreshadow picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it, there's no other explanation. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Ready? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. Did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and a blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burn tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. That means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? And what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they were old?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
That doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? The wounds were at least a few days old. There's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then.
Oh my goodness. So many head pats. Also, Hendel. What if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least.
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words.
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. I need to get myself Crimson Headpat animated emote. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
Hey.
If there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get that all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the frame rate tattoo, there's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba. Nice.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then.
It looks like we had no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going, it's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait, we're not going to put the body back? Do you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Right, tattoo. Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed, she's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Oh yeah, but still.
Whew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean by naive? She's a fan of frame rate merch. I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Oh yeah, the notebook, the pocketbook. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now, then you won't. Hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead and out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Like, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
Do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
Makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What?
What?
If that's true...
That mean? That video is real too? Yo?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. But I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook, that way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it seemed like that is my locker. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it all makes sense. It says Class 78 Urgent Interviews.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I've got to go to the AV room then. I think you'll realise exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. The AV room, chat.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. Talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However...
There's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. Determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. Ah, rest in peace, Monty. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. That's been like, what, 7 years since he died, Jesus. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. I was talking about Monty. Play Monty Ohm. He died like 7 years ago. I can't believe it's been like 7 years. That's actually insane. Yeah, I say a lot of things are insane, yeah. Not 7 years. Alright, let's check out this DVD chat. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. I can't believe it's been 7 years. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the back of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Oh, hey. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka's obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spend the rest of your life in this school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this.
Well, this is interesting.
Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if we're on cue, that's why the video cut out. There's a lot I hadn't understood up until now, but this, only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. It wasn't that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. But why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed the sunlight. On the monitor of the video I thought was finished, a flashback on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. Why are you looking down? As if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Oh, it's me! Huh? What was me? Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
This is interesting.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, even less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
It's can't be real. I said yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
So I would assume we lost all our memories at some point? Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Yakuya. Oko. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... even Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without doubt, she had met him. He sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy and her father. And when he asked her this question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oh boy.
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke, out of service. What? It just happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter, failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure might she cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more the same. He'd ask them the question, they all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exacerbated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. Does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... ooh. Oh boy. 6 AM.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black.
10 PM.
There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
Jesus Christ. You gonna, like, give me more riddles?
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Carol Sexton's senior quotes, I guess.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Gonna taunt us. About to begin again. The class trial is gonna start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. Last time hope and despair are on the line. I have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Through the door one more time. Where do we need to go? Into the elevator. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Mako.
listen.
That mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. Like she said. Yakuya! Yakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Oh, everyone's angry. Hina? Hiro? Silence, and it wasn't any normal silence, it was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
Here! Genocide!
Except for...
I'm on fire!
strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shift the master of evil. I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. Here's what master wants. It could be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. That's a fucking mood. That's a hell of a mood. That's me with America. Chat, this is me with America right now. Moving on. Woohoo, is everyone here? Ooh, I'm wearing our gloomy gust faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair, climaximum sorrow.
That's fine.
Alright, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm not bearing good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop
Enough
talking.
of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. Don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Oh, it's just so... Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
You know what that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however.
Well, you can tell us all about it soon, at the class trial. You're right.
So-
Ready. Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko's aboard the elevator. One more camera check. One more monitor check. And then onto the elevator we go. I started making my way towards the opening, step after step, toward the gaping wall. No, this isn't Vor. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. One more class trial. Without warning, it began to descend deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. Hydrate. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator coming to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Oh, another redecorating. This is the final trial site. What do you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding a person's fate? The long-awaited last stage. The always exciting final boss battle. Ooh, I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin. Oh, yes, we're absolutely gonna save. Alright, set skills. I don't think I'll have any more, so I'm just gonna keep the ones I have. Finish preparations. That's time. And time for me to not read anymore.
Since this will be the final
Come in.
class trial,
Oh, that's good timing.
I've come up with a special rule.
That's good timing, chat. I'll be back. Oh, goodness. Macro dinner for Macro Lad. Yes. Yes, indeed. Big dinner. Big. Alright.
So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win!
Yay!
But If you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
That's
Are
for
you
all of
saying
us.
that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
Oh.
Final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
He's like, if I lose, I'm gonna die. I gotta
Never
kill
mind all
myself.
that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Oh boy.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
I think that's correct. But he's right on. He's.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're
Whoa.
all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Oh boy.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
I missed. All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma has set. He set it up so we would suspect each other, and I have something that proves it.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
Good, now I'll go
I
wait
have
again.
evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
No, I can't skip it, unfortunately.
Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of...
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
I got it.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's
Oh, I see.
different. With the picture you have, I'm in it.
But the one she has, Makoto's
That
in it, but
can't be
she's
right.
not.
Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
I figured as much, in which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Ooh, thanks for following Floofy Boy Cosplay. I love that name. Floofy Boy Cosplay. Love it. Thanks for following. Thank you very much. Hello. Yes. This one too. It's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
No, that was pretty
Secret
obvious.
or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and
Only I
fighting
loves
with each
it.
other.
Yay, I
The
am
mastermind
horsey.
laid
Big
a trap
horsey.
To make
I'm
us
a very
each
big
think
horsey.
everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos, and that person is the ones who got the
I
photos.
got it! In
Buff
each
boy
case,
horsey.
the only one not in the picture is the person
Well, I wouldn't say
who
I'm
received
buff, I'm literally big, I'm giant, I'm huge. Like, I'm macro boy.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one
Yeah.
missing. And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Let me guess, he is in that one.
In other
That's my
words,
favorite
Monokuma
character
gave
about
each of us a
Kyoko.
group photo
I like
in which
Kyoko.
that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Ooh, but you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly
Hero's
connected
mine,
to what we're
Portrait
talking
Hero,
about,
yeah.
but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Big oof.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Do his best, boy. Yakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hero's picture. Mine. There's something strange about all of them, something I can't quite pin down. Something...
Can you just forget
Sketch.
about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo.
There's always
I'm
one
still
constant.
pissed about
There it
that.
is.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
But the person missing has to be the one taking the photo.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be
I'm
so
kind of determined
sure?
already that they've lost their memories.
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable, entirely horrifying reason. Oh boy, this again. I gotta shoot the ladders! T-O-A-M, ma'am. Amnesia! The Dark Descent.
Now I understand.
Games of gold selections for Xbox Live Gold members will be changing it soon.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it, and there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Funny thing is that, like, in the trial, it's like everyone but you and Kyoko basically acts. Oh god, there's 5. Everyone but you and Kyoko acts like idiots.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
What an assumption to make.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lied?
Boom.
I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
But how did we get the DVD out of the DVD player when the power was cut? Hello?
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
But we didn't.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't
I don't
remember
think
a
it
thing.
was. I don't think it was ever intended to be malicious in the first place.
The
Someone
same
just
goes for
hijacked it.
everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I
Boom.
know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Oh, that confirms it.
Making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
That is true.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
Yeah, that.
Do you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Oh boy, the original
You
motive.
mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you
Graduation.
stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery, so... We want to kill Mukuro, the true mastermind. That's what we need to expose. We're gonna cancel them. Hardcore. I like Hero's fucking pose there.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course. They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles.
Boom.
No, it's wrong.
Break. I'm about to break.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Yes.
In the back
Porbs!
of the data
The
center,
Porbs on the
I
screen.
found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Remember this? I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only person to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
Why me?
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could
Oh,
have
boy.
survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait, what are you trying to say?
That's right, they're gonna cheat.
Everyone,
Yep.
calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
True that.
But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yes! Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the
Here we
Monokuma file,
go.
right?
Body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
Ooh.
she denied me before I could even say anything.
Oh boy. That's
Come on.
that's a face.
I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
You're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Boom. Oh god, 5 bullets again! So many bullets.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds
Oh.
in battle.
Fuck that.
Are you finished?
Ah, fuck that.
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimsy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything.
I think I'm way cuter. No, those ones didn't come from the battlefield. One look at what was written about her and that should become clear.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
No, that's wrong.
Got that hero line? Sorry, I had to have dinner. But I had to have dinner as well, don't worry.
No,
I already have it. I've already
Mukuro
had it.
didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
Hey, something. Mukuro is cute. She might be the ultimate soldier, but why is she so cute? What do you think? Who is the mastermind? No idea. I don't think it's any of the people that are alive, though. That's the thing. I think it's someone who we think's dead, but actually isn't, but I don't know yet. I haven't figured out. Because the thing that made me think that is the 9 lights. Like, there should be 10 corpses, but there's only 9 bodies. So one of them obviously isn't.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Hunter got eaten.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Oh yeah, I guess he did get turned into butter, but I would be sure they put it there. Why would it?
Those wounds after coming to this school.
Why would it put so much emphasis on there being 9 lights?
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard.
They could have put the butter in there to like freeze it, you know, keep it cool. You put butter in the fridge.
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions,
You're gonna make
I think
cheese
we can
though.
say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Jesus, just frozen butter.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
That is
Makoto,
true.
You said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
I don't think it's the one that attacked me. I can't think of anyone else, but there is one.
I got it!
The mastermind.
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind.
An imposter.
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
Boom.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Probably. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. Oh, the hand! Yeah, the tattoo! Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to Master Taka, it should be obvious. The hand! Didn't have a tattoo on it, chat. Monokuga file number 5. This is gonna be an absorb bullet one.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot?
God damn.
Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
Those hips don't lie. There's like both feet. The most noticeable feature of the tattoo that marked her friendship with Fenrir. That tattoo is in a certain easy to spot area.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Ah, damn it. Think that can prove the one that attacked? Oh, you can't. I won't let it because I'm totally right.
Shoot.
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. I forgot it popped up
You
twice.
never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was
You can fast
Mukuro
forward by pressing
Ikusaba.
escape.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face,
Isn't that just a
there's
pause?
another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh.
Also, a mono controller.
What is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot?
Also, I want to get these white
Or
lines.
perhaps the left foot? Or could it be...
The hands.
Oh, B. Oh, God.
You never saw their face. So
Oh,
you
God.
can't have
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
No, it's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
You have to take their word for it.
And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh. No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone can say anything. Fun fact, the new Starscream thing got revealed. Fun. Kyoko was removing her
Your
gloves.
hands.
Oh, yeah. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burnt skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
She's telling us how she got those scars, chat.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. Yeah, she's having a Joker moment.
My scars should suffice as proof.
There weren't any scars.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like
Her
mine?
gloves are off now, they are indeed.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Hope I didn't hurt your feelings. Oh yeah, chat, they put Yakuza 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 back on Game Pass. True Pogger's moment. The whole of the Yakuza series is on Game Pass again. Well, the mainline games anyway.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet.
But we still got the true, proper, best game on Game Pass coming next week, My Friend Peppa Pig. And we got Paw Patrol, the movie, the game, also coming to Game Pass next week. There's also Power Wash Simulator as well, which I actually do want to play.
Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All
It's a
we know
fashion
right
disaster,
now is
also
she was
fashion
killed
statement.
a
I
good
agree with
while
Hera's
before this
design,
morning.
and yeah, I like him as well. It's just, the hair is like a mess, but also like, he doesn't care, and I give him points for that.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
That's
Then
true.
She was being stored
Biolab!
But
The fridge!
to hide
The
a body
fridge.
here,
Explain why it
to
was
just
locked.
store it somewhere?
Stay one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored.
I got it!
Boom.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yeah.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
His hair
And you're
reminds me of
also
this
saying
prank
the
I
body
saw
was
where
moved
some
from the
Aussies made with my
biolab
friend
to the
Peacock.
garden.
Oh goodness.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
I have proof. The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. Something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. It was the top.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
God damn it, Byakuya.
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess.
Oh, he's on the
Where's
ropes.
your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La, la, la. I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Mondo. Mondo's the true mastermind. He managed to make himself live with the butter. Pull us up together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Oh, good. Yeah, it got fucked up.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
He's trying to scare us.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
He's trying to scare us.
Safe, as you might have assumed.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. It's the lights!
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
I agree.
What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm
Rawr.
not listening!
This should prove it.
Rawr, 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 rawr,
The lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Yep, but there should be
But I
10.
counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
I'll give it. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10.
I got it!
So there's 10.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
9.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Because of Mondo. That's right, that's the key to solving this mystery. Taika died first. Junko was second. Aeon was third. Then it was Chihiro. Then it was Mondo, who became Butter. Then Taka, and then Ifumi, and then Celeste, and then Sakura, and then Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
There
But
is
according
someone
to the
who's
lights in the
already dead.
biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared,
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
including Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? The same person was killed twice.
I got it!
Magic trick, yes.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
Oh, that makes sense, because Mukuro got killed before. They took the body out, killed her again, and then put the body back.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims,
Got
right?
turned into butter. Funniest shit I've ever
Technically,
seen.
you're right, I guess. Still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she
Oh.
was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
Wait.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will
Wait.
become obvious.
Oh, it makes sense. Oh, it makes sense.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
There were other wounds. There were so many other wounds. There's only one person that would be consistent with it. You'll find out, but I've kind of got it.
Who is this someone
Junk.
else that Mukuro
It's all
was
junk.
killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon
Oh,
Kuwata?
no, didn't mean to do that one.
Chihiro Fujisaki?
It was Junko.
Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No.
It was Mondo.
There's
yeah,
no
clearly.
way anyone was murdered twice!
Hifumi, definitely, yeah. It was Hifumi all along. Mukuro died from the wound she had all over her body. Was there someone else who suffered the same sort of injury?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo
I want to shoot the white noise things because it's an achievement.
Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu...
There's an achievement
whatever?
for shooting a certain
Or
amount.
maybe...
That's why I'm doing it.
Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was... No, it's wrong.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
She got stabbed loads of times.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight.
So,
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
I like I had that moment of realization. It's like, oh
Only
yeah.
This time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Which has to be
And
Junko.
that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
By the way, you missed a hidden achievement. What's that? I think I know what you might. I think I know what you're talking about, but
She took Junko's body and made it look like
when
she
you
was
didn't go to the
the
shower
one who
scene.
died.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have the present. I needed a certain present. I didn't have it, but I can get it later. I can get it later. It's all right.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
I just got to get the present later on, and then just replay like the first bit. I think it was like chapter 3. Just replay that.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But do we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. That's what I'm thinking. She's the one who's actually dead. And Junko must be the one who's still alive.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Oh,
Then
I was
she's
meant to
still
shoot
alive?
that one.
That's right.
She made it look like so the
Mastermind's
God.
true identity is.
The
What
white.
do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
that to be true, then that couldn't have been where her body was found in the garden. Is that really possible? The
body
tattoo.
Found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
It had the tattoo, so it was her.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
What's it mean by her vitals? Like, what's that measurement? I've never seen that measurement.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. It was Hifumi! I went the wrong way.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Thanks for following Ninja Monkey Alt. Hifumi was the true mastermind. We literally just said that. Yes. Yes. Hifumi was the true mastermind.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but he really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I did check absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So it ruins the Switch copy for me.
idea that
Oh
she's
dear.
still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion
No, there is an
was a
explanation. Kyoko's gonna cut.
Too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that
I get
easy.
Makoto to check for a pulse, but like she was impaled by 5 spears in the chest. You know, just in case there was the slightest bit of hope that she survived.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right?
No coming back from
There
that
can't be
ratio.
any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite
Put it in reverse gear. We're going in bottom gear, mate.
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How couldn't Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. Still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Simple, she just doesn't play. Oh, okay. L! We're gonna take the L. Oh, I didn't mean to press that one. S-N-N-N-N-D. The D.
Now I understand.
Remember, the only winning move is not to play.
What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything
Hi,
match
Dwight.
Mukuro's
All right.
profile, right?
I'm on it.
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Sorry, chat, I was listening out for something.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement
That would be
technique?
hecking cool, but I don't think that's it.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched all at the beginning.
The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
I guess she was replaced, but she was still the one who died, right? Yeah. It's like, just to make sure, Junko was the one who is dead.
Yes, from the moment we first met, if that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment
Any
of
particular
death,
reason not
right?
all lines aren't voice acted? I would assume like the Inner Thoughts one, not voice acted because, you know, they're not usually like said out loud. And the flashback ones are like, okay, they weren't voice acted to begin with.
After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Ooh.
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko,
Yeah, that's what I pretty much said, yeah.
and we never would have known the difference.
True that.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Oh, that's true.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
I mean, I guess you can mask it, but...
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the
There you go.
tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
Fake nails.
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when
Oh,
we all
yeah.
met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct.
The
Even if
bloody
there was no
nails.
tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup in the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro,
The ultimate
the
despair.
ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
And to this day, Mukuro's never had a non-imposter sprite.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Alright, chat, I gotta check my blood sugar levels still. So hold on.
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Despite everything, I'm still
Why
diabetic.
haven't you been saying anything?
I don't wish that was
It's
an
a bunch
honor
of
skip.
nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? Go ahead. Tell me when I ever did anything like that.
There was one moment.
When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. First time was during our latest investigation. Monokuma is actually a midget in a best suit. Small person.
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
You came in and did bad things. It wasn't just the DVD player itself I apparently turned off. Give me a second, chat. I've done the reading, I just got to put everything. There we go. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie, looks like it broke out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when it doesn't matter, failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Me.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Dun dun dun.
That
Sorry.
whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I gotta reveal that. Oh boy. I agree. Same. Rawr! Rawr!
Punishment is waiting for you. Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
Rawr!
That's impossible.
That
Should
one.
prove it.
Rawr!
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. Uh-oh. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance come to all these pictures. Oh! You don't see her face. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it!
You never see her face. Saiku's alive in all of them.
The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
That never changes, yeah.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
I'll be shot by words, the
And on top
pain.
of that,
I mean, English
in this
is
photo, You
painful.
can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden
God.
here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I
Okay.
believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is
Rosebud.
still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. this killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Ooh.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity
Xanadu.
and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That one. What's the second one? That one. Love how they go for his tough figuring out touches. Yeah, pretty much. Knife. Get the hidden ending the last time. I did. We did get the hidden ending. Oh wait, that one. Hero mentions to Makoto having children with the same woman. What's that? I think I got it.
Killer is
And in that
you.
ending, Hina is the mother of both Makoto and Hira's kid. There's also a kid with Byakuya. Did Byakuya and Toko have a kid?
Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Ooh, brutal.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko, and Oshima.
I was kind of explained in the game, like, it happened, like, the ending happens, then Makoto's like, no, that's not right, and it's like, oh, he's daydreaming.
Which had been converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided to put her body to use.
How did Toko die in that ending is the question. If there was no more murders, did she, like, just... I don't know.
Using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko.
Commit
who proved
suicide?
to be one big thorn in her side.
Ultimate Gamer Ray Otori? Thanks for following. Thanks for following. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Swing. Akira would
So
rather
she
sit
put on a
in
mask and then attacked me.
Oh dear.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Jamming.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity.
Oh, Bianca told her to jump off the building, she did. How could she jump off the building? There's no windows.
She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning.
They can't go outside.
This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder.
She made one.
And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Junko!
The real Junko Enoshima!
There we go.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
I think she's on her way here.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh boy. I guess we figured out the mastermind, but we still got to figure out the secrets, right? Ultimate Despair, Junko Enoshima.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
That's a hell of a voice! Holy crap. I love her voice. She's so British, I love it. Oh my god. That's a hell of a voice, I love it.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world!
Chat, never trust the British. Don't trust even me. I'm British. You shouldn't trust me either. Never trust the British. That's the moral of this game.
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Nah.
Oh, did you think I was...
Oh, god damn it.
Sorry. I was
That wasn't a real voice. Damn it. No.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to
I'm
play.
disappointed now. This is the mastermind? Jeez. Real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It's definitely before I got to this school.
I got it!
There's her
That's
face
right.
in the
It was before I ever came
magazine.
to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on
Oh yeah, she has blue eyes there.
Wow.
But her
you
eyes
have a
are
pretty
like
good
greyish
memory.
here.
I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
I would say her voice actor's really phoning it in, but she is the ultimate despair. So I guess it kind of makes sense.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like it doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, you're talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with, like, computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know.
Oh, whoa.
It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
His sister GLaDOS.
The older sister, tough
Yeah.
and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Oh.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Okay, that twisted. Alright, never mind.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Hey, hell yeah.
She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
She's insane, that makes sense.
Again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
I like this voice.
If she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work,
What?
someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes.
Oh, she's impersonating every one of us. That, I guess.
The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye
She's
on
impersonating
everyone,
all of
things like
us.
that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro
No, I don't
to
think
perform
she
such
is.
duties.
But that was like Genocide Jill. This is Byakuya.
Because naturally, she turned out to be
Or
the
Kyoko.
letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of
Yeah,
you
but
in
who
your
is the
school
queen?
life.
Celeste. Oh yeah, Celeste. That makes sense, yeah.
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities.
I think this is
Atrociously
Byakuya.
rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was
And
with
who's
the rest
depressed?
of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable
bored?
appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
I would say maybe Toko, like her normal self, or... Oh, Chihiro. Maybe Chihiro. Because they're quiet.
And that's why you switched identities?
Oh, you know, it could be her. It could be Kyoko, actually.
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
Fumi.
Which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Or it could be Makoto, considering the fact that, you know, he's meant to be the bog standard, like, average student.
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following the
There's
rules
another
to the
one.
letter, you know?
That must be... Ina?
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use
Oh,
Mukuro to
Sayaka
make
as
it
well,
better.
yeah, it might be Sayaka.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided,
I think she is
premeditated
impersonating
act
everyone.
of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she
Oh,
must have been as
Kamati
surprised
Mumu.
as anybody else.
Oh dear. What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar?
That sounds like a Pinkie Pie voice, whatever.
Misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big
Think of
deal
me as
whether
that
we
you.
die or kill.
It really is.
We're just those kinds of filled with despair. So
God,
when
that
we
face.
do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all.
Oh boy.
We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so
Oh,
much
that
despair.
I think this might be
You can't help
Toko.
but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that.
Yeah.
Super, 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 super despair.
More like a Toyota Supra Despair. Am I right?
It just feels so.
Yeah, this has to be Toko.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
It's kind of weird, yeah.
Like genocide.
Like I know my macro
sure,
thing's kind of weird, but I'm not this crazy.
This is a whole nother level of nuts.
Oh, the the auto mod. The auto mod kicked in. That's funny.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
I don't know why. I don't know why that was filtered.
Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't
Oh.
figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one?
I didn't catch up. I didn't catch foot fetish from earlier. That's
Maybe
that's
you should
interesting
solve
as well.
the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight.
She just gets the
what we're going to
Monokuma
do.
thing.
We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then we'll have our victory.
I can't wait.
I got stream later, says.
All right.
Okay,
well, let's
see
just
ya.
get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken? And those interviews? It must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint.
It's also weird because fetish also means like an enchanted
Your
object.
brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Mokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us are what they must be related to. The motives!
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all.
Oh, good.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
That has to be Kyoko.
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a
Well, both are
specific
always a
theme
mess,
to
yeah.
it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Family. The theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first motive. It's about family, Dom! Monokuma gave us those DVDs, and my DVD was footage of my family on Sayaka. Oh, it was. Oh! Family and friends, yeah. Her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So the first one of the motives we were given was human connections. International relations.
I got it!
We're coming
The
diplomats.
driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your friends.
No, it's meant to say your family.
For example, your family.
It got it the wrong way round! No! That's not her family unless there's something really weird, I don't know. After all this time, we get to this glitch in the game, I guess.
I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay!
Oh boy.
Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
Second motive's theme was, that's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. My mentality, oh, the secrets. The past. The meaning of life!
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah!
How is he even holding all those? Like, they should all be falling.
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
As he kills them, brother.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay,
Pony
on to the
logic.
next question.
That's true.
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Either the third murder was, oh, it's money. The reason Celeste turned the murder was she wanted to buy a European castle and lived there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time the motive for murder was a new outlook.
I
Greed.
got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
I am impressed with this.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Motive in the case of Sakura's death was, what was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So being that motive, the fourth case was a betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely.
Oh god.
See, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the
Oh
only
God, she's
motives
back.
that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing
This isn't all
despair
the
to
same
the
voice actor. I'm
world.
actually real impressed by that.
This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our
Because
memories
of what happened
make us not
outside,
wanna leave?
the tragedy or whatever.
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow.
Yay!
So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Oh, the outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold!
Oh boy.
The world beyond the school walls!
It's gonna be Fallout, isn't
The
it?
outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Gonna be Fallout, isn't it? Oh, just Monokuma everywhere. Oh, good lord. Oh, macro! Hell yeah! Boom!
What the?
Everything's fucked.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about?
Photoshop is a hell of
None
a
of this
drug.
makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Oh. Make your argument.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything.
Boom.
No, it's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
Oh boy.
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
You're gonna have to.
You telling me to swap places with her?
Yeah, it's kind of necessary.
No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on
Like I just did it immediately.
Da-da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
now. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered.
At least he
immediately.
knows, like, he's the only one who could probably get her to do
Do
anything.
you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye. Roger, you got it, Captain.
Macro Monokuma, though.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier?
I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Yep.
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Yeah, I remember reading that. What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
Oh
The
dear.
world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Oh good.
Explain yourself. Tell us everything
It's all
you know.
fucked.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Oh
As a
dear.
result, in basically no time flat. The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics.
Oof.
Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
It's literally the Mitchell and Webb look at the event.
Ah!
Yeah.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right?
Basically, everything's
The end
fucked.
justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life
Oh,
all
boy.
its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami
Oh.
family?
Oh. What's the choice, chat? I gotta think about it. That one.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
Oh. Good.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
Oh, good.
Do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That
Like
doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Oh dear.
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Oh.
Huh? 2 years ago?
They got here 2 years ago.
I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak
Ooh.
Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What does that...
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right?
There's a lot of hints.
What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us, if what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, that the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. The memories she took of us were our life at Hope's Peak.
I got it!
Our entire past.
If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy, and that entire period of time is
I love it as
precisely
well.
what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life. That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it, but that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. If it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Make your argument. Lock a pocketbook. Or lock a book.
Two years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong.
Bam. There's a lot of white noise things here.
Hero,
That's definitely
there's something I'd like you to take a look at.
a good
This
farm
notebook
spot
right
for
here.
those.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting.
Damn, this trial is
without a
just
doubt.
insurance chest. It's literally just like, here's the explanation for everything.
But how is
It's
this?
basically the
I
law
don't
done.
remember ever writing in this thing. No. No way.
They put seeds throughout the entire game, and now it got to this point. It's like, oh, here's the
It
actual
looks like
story.
You actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow you forgot all about it.
Lies. It's all one big lie.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that?
Trials
2 years of
Evolution.
missing memories?
That's a good game, Trials Evolution.
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Yes, Henno.
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
Wow.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourself to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored.
Oh, for God's sake.
Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this
She
world.
really did.
Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things.
She
they'll
just
do.
wanted to destroy
But
capitalism,
then they
chat.
always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring.
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's
Yeah,
at the heart
capitalism
of
might
all
have
of
the
this.
hunger. Where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment when we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was when I fainted.
I got it!
Or bunga, yes.
When I lost my memory.
Bunga?
I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk.
Good boy, guy. Bunga is a good boy.
I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course,
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, But
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together. And then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated.
Good.
What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
What the
Once
hell?
your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it.
Jesus.
How about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair? Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Oh boy, chat. Sit down, this is probably gonna take a while.
Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
OP.
But that couldn't last forever,
No.
of course. The
I have to
peacefulness
go
only
through
made
it.
through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most
Just 'cause
awful,
you've all seen
most
it,
tragic event
I haven't.
in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception.
Putin invaded Ukraine and the rest is history.
The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
Ooh.
Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I
Oh,
just
goodness.
don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy.
We're the only class left.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. I said it twice.
Yes, you did.
Now, someone was responsible for that
That'd
transformation.
be the headmaster,
For
wouldn't it?
creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
Headmaster! The one who turns Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us here.
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
I can imagine, yes.
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe
Literally a game of
became
Among Us, it really
cage
is.
That made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say,
I think we might run over time here, chat, but we'll probably get the game done
saved me
today.
a ton of time.
By the way, It was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
Oh, of course it
Under
was.
the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here.
They kind of 4:40 a.m. here, and on person I'd be asleep or go to sleep right now. I'd agree.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
And I'm about to drive down the road to see if the SpongeBob
What are
wants
you
to see
saying?
it. Oh.
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why
Kind of
don't
flooding
you
a lot over here.
tell me?
Oh yeah, I read about that in the news. What the Mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that was... Hangman's Gambit. Chat, it's what you say to me when you see me.
Now I understand.
Get it?
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Hi.
To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
How can the TV still
That was the
work?
whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking
Oh,
about.
I thought you meant a different type of climax, but okay.
The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Oh, good.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Oh,
And
don't
there's
swear.
a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth. Which is
This is
what
a
you
Christian
wanted,
stream.
right?
Stop swearing.
So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless?
This is just one giant, like, game of Big Brother. Do you know the TV show Big Brother? It was like a reality, like, TV show in the UK for a while. Except there's a lot more death.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class
Basically,
trial.
a bunch of contestants go into the house and they're pretty much locked in the house for like a few weeks with no like communication from the outside world, and everyone just like watches it. It's this, but this version has a lot more depth.
If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth, full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
Pretty much.
Think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful. We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all gunners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you for the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone
Vibe
I've
check.
killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope. But we're all
Jesus
creatures of
Christ.
instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
This is like Senator Armstrong, but in anime go form.
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Oh.
It's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh,
Oh,
let
boy.
me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me.
That's...
And
ooh.
make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What?
Oh.
You can't just...
Do you mean to say
You'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Oh.
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble.
Oh, good.
I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of
Well,
you will
that
get
sucks.
to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost
Oh boy, chat.
confidence?
Oh boy.
Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Well, guys.
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair,
Oh, this sucks.
come together as one.
That's why she's junk. Yep.
Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would
Oh
survive,
god, now she's gonna get into her head
That's why he tried
too.
to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Oh no.
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair. We're not gonna lose to you.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end.
The final
Your
vote,
stupid
chat.
hope.
And your stupid life.
Final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Great chat.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted.
Oh, I was
now.
supposed to shoot that.
The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Don't lose hope now.
I'll start with that one.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm.
That sounds like something she'd say, right?
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
Hell yeah.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the
End of Hope's...
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
Banger alert,
Keep
banger
on
alert.
living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Hell yeah, let's go.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I decided to...
By the way, the only reason
I kinda skipped all this shit.
whatever you want. If I die, the purify, in other words, As soon as the communal life you've all been living. Meh.
Meh.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
Oh, I tried to make him come
won't
along.
give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
And decided.
By the way,
I like the high-pitched voices.
Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living! All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Of course
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known...
We won't
Well,
give up.
he has his weird reasons, but whatever.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living! All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the
Mastermind's life.
So, what will you just die?
Don't lose hope now.
Here we go.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
Ooh.
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
Oh, I like that
What do you
name.
think?
What the hell are you?
The ultimate hope.
So uncool.
That's me,
Your stupid
boy.
faces,
Go.
The stupid things
Go.
you've said. The stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool. So unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still. One final time.
You suck. So uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck.
I do
So
suck.
uncool.
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Final strike.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
Boom. Get stuffed.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
Hell yeah.
Going on? What's happening?
What's happening is that you're screwed. Oh, that's it. Let's see, what's the points I managed to get? Ooh, that's not a bad amount of points. Oh, got a nice amount of coins as well, or medals, as it likes to say.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
I like that idea. We're killing despair. Oh, get stuffed, Junko. Your time is coming to an end. Let's hecking go.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? I lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
There's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's
just...
totally the best!
Oh. Huh?
So this is despair.
This is despair. We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
Come this far and fail at the very end?
True
The most
despair.
ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
And now I...
You see, I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience is my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. Had the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
So you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me tell you
myself.
this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we decide to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. That. Everyone.
hey,
He said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however,
The same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last
Fine,
thing.
let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, there's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope. Of course, because we...
It's fine. It's
Shut up,
fine.
shut up, that was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
it can't.
You really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die, you don't have to...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life, so...
Don't get in my way!
Okay. Punishing herself.
So this is how the despair of death feels.
Well,
It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth.
oh goodness.
Okay, let's do this.
This is particularly gory. Well, I've seen,
I reserved an extra special punishment for last.
oh, look at those eyes.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I've seen all the previous ones before, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this one is. Oh, what is this? The ultimate punishment? Oh. Oh, it is all the previous ones. Oh. Oh, goodness. All combined into one. Oh, even the one at the beginning as well, the rocket one. Bye, Junko. Oh! That is gory. Oh, goodness. Well, he's dead. Oh, there was an emergency override? We could have saved her. Oh, wait, hold on. No. That's how everything came to an end. The final class trial, Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair, life at Host Peak Academy. It was all over. That's the end of chapter 6, chat. The end. I received a Monokuma hair tie present. That's nice. Oh. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School. Epilogue. We got an epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door, nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck here in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. Nobody's surprised it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's word, I took out the object we'd got him. Oh, that's the override, okay. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko, and in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
Is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's going to make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave her alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
Even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam them so far up. Oh. Huh? Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby?
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far. Anyway, don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But...
What happens after we get out, I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks...
serious?
Maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. Down the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. Lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words...
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
Am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Mikolo? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell it out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. Rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you, I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
What are you going to do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. Ah, I get it now. There's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation, fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin.
Whoa!
Thanks, Hina, you totally opened my eyes.
Ooh.
Hey, personal space, buddy, you're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact, what can we do? There's not so few of us and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we could probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything!
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
And it will be called Danganronpa.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know
The
what to
ultimate
say.
sub.
I guess we
That's what,
graduated?
Oko is, yes. Big red button. Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, move ahead. The world can move ahead. Big red button. The door began to open with my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. And then the school exploded. Imagine. Alright, let's see it then. Is the world truly in ruins? We literally are opening the vault. Which number vault is this? Number 80, number 78. What was that class number? Oh, what is this bop? This is a heckin' bop, it is. Could Vault 1. Could be Vault 1, yeah. That was the Genesis. There we go, chat. We're done with Danganronpa Triggered Happy Havoc. There was a lot of reading I had to do. A heck of a lot of reading. I can't say I didn't enjoy it, because I did. It was actually quite cool. I actually did enjoy it. I quite enjoyed the story. I enjoyed some of the mechanics, the investigation mechanics and stuff. I mean, I did like Judgment and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Game's pretty gosh darn cool. There were some bits that kind of dragged on. And in the end, most of the, like, trials came down to, yeah, it looks like it's this person, but it totally isn't this person. They tried to use to twist things so many times. Whereas, like, it's this person, you should go for this person, it turns out it's not. And, yeah. I did like the ultimate, like, reveal at the end. That, you know, it turned out to be Junko all along. And the fact that they swapped bodies at the beginning with, Mukuro. I did quite like that. Obviously, it was kind of laid out for you near the end, but getting to that point, you wouldn't even, like, know at all. Like, the only clue you got is the fact that the mastermind is one of the students, and it's like, okay, you assume that it's, like, one of the living ones. You wouldn't think it's one that's already died. But Yeah, I think that's probably like the biggest grievance for me is the fact that the trials just came down to, hey, we're totally gonna make out like it's this person that killed the other person, but it totally isn't. And you kind of like get clued in, like with the second or third trial, that okay, it's not that person. But yeah, this game was fun. I liked it. I'll definitely play the second one on stream at some point in the future. And hopefully the third one comes to Game Pass as well. Hopefully. When will I play the second one? I have no idea. Whatever the case, I know next game we'll be playing is Sonic Adventure 2, and we're starting up tomorrow, I guess. So, look forward to that one, chat. Sonic Adventure number 2. Apparently the very, very good one. I'll judge for myself whether it is a very, very good one. All I know is now is I gotta get the rest of the achievements in this goddamn game. Obviously I'll do that off stream, but there's one like missable thing I've got to do, but I need to get to I know I need to get to 999 coins first because that's an achievement, and then I've got to get all the presents, and then there's a scene I've got to watch, and then I think the rest is to do with the school mode, and apparently I've got to do the school mode a bunch of times to level up like my friendships with everyone, and then that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll get that done in my own time. Shouldn't be too bad. I got that guide, the achievement guide, right there with me, so yeah, good stuff. I'll probably do the same. I'll probably follow an achievement guide for number 2. But I have a feeling I'll find another guide which doesn't have spoilers, so I think there's a lot more missable achievements in 2 as well. That's gonna be a pain. But yeah, again, I want to get all the achievements. I'm a gamer score freak, chat. I'm a gamer score freak. I want to get to 500,000 gamer score. I want that 500,000. And then get the million after that. It'll probably take like another 10 years, but you know. 2032, chat. I'll make sure to get the, I'll make sure to get that million gamer score. We got a post-credit scene, I wonder? Oh, we do. Yeah, Spike Chunsoft make this. There's a bunch of their games on Game Pass currently. Hey, Monokuma. Oh, you're still alive.
Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Of course you'd still be alive. That means there's someone else controlling you, because Serene Junko's dead.
Beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Ooh. He's still alive! He's become sentient! I received the Easter egg present. There was no sound effect for that. That was kind of weird. Finished all chapters! I got 70 gamer score. I'm gonna put it in a new save slot. Why not? There's school mode. This is a what-if simulation type play mode. Ooh. What special bonuses do I have? Ooh. 730. Oh, do I have to buy all of these with frickin' coins? Oh, that's gonna be fun. You're gonna go to sleep? Well, I'm gonna wrap up now anyway, so considering I'm done with the game now. So there we go, chat. That's Danganronpa all done and dusted. Very good stuff. Number 1 is done. I got many other games. Well, I say many other games. I think there's like 3 other games, maybe 4, in this series. I got to play. I know there's like an anime, but I probably won't get into the anime. But yeah, my journey into the Danganronpa series has officially begun, and I plan to follow it all the way through as much as I can anyway. Hopefully they put the others on Game Pass in the future. 2 is on Game Pass, and we definitely will be playing that. I'm hoping they add V3 and the other ones as well. We shall see. But that is that for today. Next stream is tomorrow. As I said, we're going to start up Sonic Adventure 2. Some people say it's the best Sonic game. I will judge for myself. Well, I can't really judge for myself because I haven't played like any other Sonic game other than Sonic Adventure 1 at this point. I've played like bits and bobs of other ones, but I haven't played any of the other ones to completion, so I don't think I'm a good judge. I just hope that Sonic Adventure 2 is better than Sonic Adventure 1, but a lot of people say it is. So hopefully they're right. I guess we'll find out for ourselves starting tomorrow. So, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 starts tomorrow. Hopefully you'll all join in for that. Friday, we're back in F1. Doing the Austrian Grand Prix simulation. I have to go through the hell that is F1 22 again. It's not hell, I'm just extremely disappointed. Let's just say that. There's just a lot of issues with the game, and I'm just like, stop. But I will suffer for you, chat. I will suffer to keep this simulated season going. And then on Saturday, we're back with Terraria, so yay. More despair in Terraria, probably, I don't know, but we're actually doing quite well. Oh yeah, my thing's fucked up. My scrolling thing's fucked up. I need to fix that. I'll fix that, hopefully, for next stream. So. But, there we go. That is it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. Hopefully the rest of your Tuesdays go well. And hopefully I'll see you all next time. Boop.